correlation and regression analysis between people from different age group and average time spent on gadgets per day. So first of all, let's go for introduction. Technology has provided a type of facilities in the world that currently makes the world like a virtual place. One of the technologies currently used by people is the gadgets. Hence, nowadays, people prefer to spend more time on gadgets. They socialize, doing work, watch news, and many more using gadgets. So, these studies conduct a survey to determine the relationship between people from different age group and the average time spent on gadgets per day. So now let's move on for objective. There are two objectives in this experiment. First of all, it is to study the relationship between the average time spent on gadgets and people from different age group. And secondly is to determine the average time spent on gadgets and the usage of it from a different age group.
So now I'm going to explain about the methodology on how we collected the data. First, we collected the data from a group of people using Google Form as a survey method. And the variable that we obtained are age group as the independent variable while the average time spent on gadgets per day as the dependent variable. Next, data collection was conducted among students from different age group using Google Form. Using correlation and regression study, we obtained the relationship between people from different age group and the average time spent on gadgets per day. The age group that recorded the least average time spent on gadgets is the group of people aged within 50 to 60 years, and the age group that recorded the highest average time spent on gadgets is the group of people aged within 20 to 30 years.
Next is findings. The covariance for this data is negative 4.9054 and it shows a negative covariance, which means that the both variables move in the opposite direction, showing the data is negatively related. Person product moment results for our data is negative 0.1268. This result shows that the negative relationship between the age group and also average time spent on gadget. The relationship will be when age increase, the time spent on gadget decrease, or when age decrease, the time spent on gadget increase. Lastly, for findings, we'll calculate the equation for scatter diagram, which will produce a negative linear scatter diagram. From the previous calculation, we can search the y-intercept or we call as b-node. The result is 8.041 and for gradient or b1, we got negative 0.0452.
So next is about recommendations. First of all, we should avoid spending more time on gadget because it can lead to the negative effect. Spend beyond just wasted time. It also disrupt our real life social interaction and literally alters our brain chemistry, contributing to symptoms like depression, insomnia, and anxiety. The second one is about recommendations for every people regardless to the age should manage their time spent on gadget wisely and use it to benefit themselves. So next for the conclusion are the group of people aged within 50 to 60 years recorded the least average time spent on gadget, and the second one is about the group of people aged within 20 to 30 years recorded the highest average time spent on gadget, and the third one is the majority of people tend to spend their time on a gadget for social media and communication app purpose. And the last one, we found out that as the age increase, the average time spent on gadget decrease.